All right, all right, all right. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. This is your boy BJ back with another live stream, guys. What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? Oh, we got a lot to talk about tonight, baby. It's about to be hot up in here tonight. It's about to be hot up in this joint tonight. We had a ball in that joint last night. I'm talking about I ain't even had no clothes on. We had a ball in that joint last night. I'm talking about I ain't even had no clothes on. I ain't even had no clothes on. If y'all ain't seen that video, I don't know what to tell you. But what is going on in the lay of the WMMA land? What is going on? Oh, your boy is live. Listen, guys. I had to make sure my stuff was playing nice and clear for you guys. I feel like some people are not getting my notifications, and that's okay. You know how YouTube does sometimes, guys. We just gotta roll with the punches and slip those jabs, and it is what it is. But yeah, I'm here, man, and we're here to talk about Island Perez versus Macy Chiasson. We got this Taryn girl. I don't know nothing about her. So if anybody can school me about this girl that's taking this fight with Ernesta Kareckaite on short notice, feel free to fill me in because I don't know nothing about this girl. Apparently she's some knockout artist or whatever, but I know nothing about this Taryn girl. But I know a little bit about Ernesta Kareckaite though. So let's talk about that fight too. I want to talk about that Melissa Croden versus who is it? Melissa Croden versus Zarya Zalesnikova. Then we got Michelle Montague returning, which that's who I'm excited about. Ernesta Kareckaite, and I'm excited about Michelle Montague. So we got Michelle Montague returning to beat up Maida Bueno Silva. Can't wait for that to happen. We know Ass is gonna get whooped in that fight. Ass is gonna get whooped in that Melissa Croden and Zarya Zalesnikova fight. And then, guys, we got another fight announcement. We got that one gave me chills. We got Combo's girl, not my girl, Jacqueline Cavalcanti. God, that quick, I forgot who she was fighting. Let me look through these. Golly, I forgot who she was fighting that quick. Oh, she's fighting uh Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Who is she fighting? Did I not post that picture in the thing? Oh no. She's fighting Ketlin Vieira. How can I not know? Oh man, I'm gonna have to add that to it. I thought that I added. I thought that I knew I was missing a picture, but let me add that. Yes, Jacqueline Cavalcanti versus Ketlin Vieira. Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Yeah, that's gonna be a banger. That is right there is a banger. I got to add that photo to the I knew I was missing a photo, but I didn't really think about it. I know I was missing a photo, but yes, this is a step up for Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Like, can she roll with the punches? Like, can she stay in there with somebody who's gonna I mean, that's if Ketlin Vieira shows up, of course. We gotta if we get that version of Vieira um that fought Kayla Harrison, then no, she gonna get beat. But if we get the version of Ketlin Vieira that I know can fight, if we get the version of Ketlin Vieira that I know can go in there and whoop some ass, you know what I'm saying? Then I don't know. I don't know. Because Cavalcanti's gonna have to know how to do more than just strike to go in there and beat Ketlin Vieira. Like, you're not just gonna go in there and beat Ketlin Vieira striking. Well, you can. It's possible. I've seen it done, but I just feel like she's gonna have to bring more to her game than you know, just striking. Uh, Combo Breaker 99 says Ketlin. That's right. Yeah, Ketlin. Oh, Combo picking Ketlin. Okay. Noted, noted. Combo picking Kelly. He picking against this girl Cavalcanti. Oh boy, he about to correct me hard on that one, boy. You already know. He about to correct me hard on that one. He is not going for Kellen Vieira. That boy love him some Jacqueline Cavalcanti. That's right up his alley, a striker. Right, I knew it. He said, "I'm not picking Ketlin." I told y'all he got to correct me hard in the chat. Um, but yeah, man. So you got that fight happening. I'm excited for Michelle Montague. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm excited for Michelle Montague versus Maida Bueno Silva because it's time to get Maida Bueno Silva out of there. We've been saying that, y'all. Like it's time to get Maida Bueno Silva out of there. And Michelle Montague gonna do it. See, the thing about Michelle Montague, and the thing, and this is one thing that Melissa Croton didn't bring to the game. You know what I'm saying? This is what Melissa Croton didn't do. Like in her second fight, like Melissa Croton was getting beat up at the beginning of that fight. Like that first fight she had in the UFC, like that she was looking slow, and then it just seemed like all of a sudden that switch turned on. So it seems like Melissa Croton relies on that switch, and she like relies on that second win versus with Michelle Montague, it was not like that. It was steamrolling from starting to finish in that fight. And then, in that second Croton fight that she had with um, Luana Santos, man, she never got going. Like Melissa Croton never ever got going that entire fight. And I was kind of waiting on it because some fighters fight in patterns. They fight in patterns. And I was looking for the pattern. And I was like, okay, well, the pattern that she showed is that she'll she it takes her time to download that data. But once she downloads that data, um, she's ready to go, man. And it just never happened. Yeah, combo. Luana did rock my shit. Luana, wait a minute. You mean Melissa? You mean Melissa Croton? Luana did rock Melissa Croton. Yeah, she did. She did. And that's what everybody thought she was gonna do to the king. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought she was gonna do the king like that. But yeah, man. And I was extremely disappointed in Melissa Croton in that second fight in the UFC, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I was. It's not that I was. It's not that I didn't have any faith in Luana Santos. I knew Luana Santos could fight. You know what I'm saying? I knew Luana Santos could fight. I knew she was gonna bring it. But I expected Melissa Croton based off of that first performance, man, and the way she just, when she turned that switch on, man, the way she, wait a minute. Oh, Luana Carolina did. Oh, oh, I thought you meant Luana Santo. Luana Carolina. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's funny. Yes, she did. She did. And it's possible for it's possible for Maida Bueno Silva to rock her too, but I just don't think Maida Bueno Silva, she just lacks the fight IQ. She lacks the fight IQ. She lacks it. She wants people to give her the fight. That's how I kind of feel. I feel like she waits on people to give her the fight. She doesn't go after the finish. Like she doesn't force her way in. She doesn't force her finishes. You know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't go with that killer instinct. Like I'm getting ready to go out here and finish that fight. You know what I'm saying? She don't come out there like that, and I really do hate that. I really do hate that she don't come out like that. Hold on, guys, let me share this real quick. Let's see here. Let me share this. Let me share this real quick, guys. I'm just making sure that all my platforms know that I'm live because people be like, "Oh my gosh, You don't share that you're live to your Facebook followers. I'm just like, man, the Facebook followers be tripping. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So and I think that what Michelle Montague is gonna do, I think she's just gonna use her size, man. And she's because that's a big girl. Like Michelle Montague is a big girl, and she fights like a big girl. Versus um Melissa Croton kind of let herself get bullied in that fight, man, and that was so disappointing to see because I was so excited about this new blood. Like you had three of them, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? You had three of them: Bia Mosquito, Melissa Croton, Michelle Montague. You had them all three come in right after each other, bap, 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 and they all look phenomenal. And I don't even care if you can say, well, against who. I don't care, man. You can say what you want to. That those three came in and they looked fucking good, and they had me excited, and I'm still excited about it. I'm still wanting to see what Melissa Croton's going to do against Zarya Zalesnikova or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see what she's going to do, but you know what I'm saying? It kind of let me down, man. That second fight, man, when she lost to, but it lets you know how good Luana Santos is actually good. People put that bad stamp on her because she lost to Casey O'Neill. Casey O'Neill's a good fighter. Casey O'Neill's a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody else beat Luana Santos in the UFC. So maybe Luana Santos was just better than Melissa Croton. I don't want to say that, but Melissa Croton made a lot of mistakes in that fight. Like she made a bunch of mistakes in that fight. Just like she got gassed or was confused. And I'm trying to figure out what was she so confused about. The way she was fighting made it look like she was so confused. What was she so confused about? Because she wasn't Luana Santos wasn't doing things that was really gonna throw her off. I guess maybe she was in there. I wasn't in there, but maybe she was. But man, she just looked from somebody to go from looking so confident in themselves in the first fight. You know what I'm saying? You could not tell Melissa Croton that she wasn't gonna beat Tana Lisboa. You just wasn't gonna tell her she wasn't gonna beat Tana Lisboa. And she went out there and looked so confident in that fight. Like I was like, man, this girl is she's about to win this fight. And then it never happens in that fight with Luana Santos. Like it never even came close. Like it almost wasn't competitive. It was almost a landslide it almost was a landslide. You know what I'm saying, by Luana Santos. But I'm hoping Melissa Croton bounced back. But with Michelle Montague on the other hand, I think Michelle Montague put that size on Luana Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Luana Carolina to me is still a flyweight. You know what I'm saying? And even when she goes up to bantamweight to fight, she still looks like a flyweight to me. She's just tall. She still looks like a flyweight. She's still kind of gangly, you know what I'm saying? Kind of noodly, kind of long, but and you can say that Maida Bueno Silva is also a flyweight, but because she don't look like a bantamweight either. Like like she just to me that she just don't. She may be as tall as some of these girls, but she don't match up with them physically, like size wise. And I think that Michelle Montague is gonna beat um, Maida Bueno Silva because I feel like when Maida Bueno Silva sees you as like an easy fight, she plays around in there. You know what I'm saying? Like if she sees you as an easy, like she for one, she underestimates her opponents. So she feels like she can go in there and taunt her opponents and that it's gonna work and it's gonna get to them. You know what I'm saying? And she is, she's gonna hit them one time and it's gonna break them. You know what I'm saying? Like she does stuff like that, man. And she's kind of overconfident and she underestimates her opponents. But when these opponents don't fold the way she wants them to fold, she gets stuck in this weird gear. She gets stuck in this weird ass gear where she just like she's stuck in the mud. Like I don't know what this. I don't even know really how to describe the things that Maida Bueno Silva does. It's so weird and off putting. It's hard to pinpoint what it is that she does when Maida Bueno gets stuck in this gear, man. When she like in that Manon fight, that was a deplorable. I think that might have been her worst performance, unless somebody can jog my memory with another performance of hers that was absolutely horrible. That fight was horrible. Like that was probably the worst. Like she could have got cut off of that, and we would have been okay with it. Well, maybe not, but because at the time when she fought Manon, she had to put a nice little run together at flyweight. She had a nice little run together at flyweight when by the time she had fought Manon Fiore. So that was a little bit different. But some of the performance, then she goes out and looks like a damn rock star against Holly Holm. And I'm just like, she's such a confusing fighter. Like Breno Silva is so, and then wins over Jillian Robertson. Wins, I mean, great. She's got some good wins over Holly Holm. Like this girl's got some good wins. But I do not think that bantamweight is her home. I do not think that bantamweight is Maida Breno Silva's home. And I hate to be like that, but I just don't think I don't think it's her home. you know. But whatever. Let's see here. Look at something real quick. Diggy 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 diggy. I'm just looking at something real quick, guys. All right, I'm back. Um, so with that being said, I think I'm gonna go with Michelle Montague in this fight. But I'm trying to figure out like who would Michelle Montague fight? Like if she goes out here and dominates and finishes, goes out here dominates and finishes Maida Bueno Silva. Like who's next for Michelle Montague? Like let's look at the rank. Let's pull up the women's bantamweight ranking. Let's see UFC rankings. I mean, if she goes out here and dominates and finish Bueno Silva, like I wanna say it's time for go ahead and give her a ranked fight. I think Montague should get a ranked fight if she can go out here and finish. Um, go ahead and finish Misha. I mean, go out here and finish Maida Bueno Silva. So maybe like she's ahead. Maida Bueno Silva's ranked number 12. Ooh, Michelle Montague versus Jocelyn Edwards. Ooh, Michelle Montague versus Jocelyn Edwards. Ooh. Because if Michelle Montague beats Maida Bueno Silva, that puts Michelle Montague as the number 12 ranked bantamweight. So if she's a number 12 ranked bantamweight, she's gonna, maybe fight like a Misha Tate, who's ranked number 14. Maybe fight like a Luana Santos. Yeah, those are all options. Luana Santos is an option. Misha Tate is an option. Nora Canola is not going to be back for a very long time, so we can count Nora Canola off. Um, Jocelyn Edwards. Jocelyn Edwards versus Michelle Montague. If but let me not push it though. If Michelle Montague can go out here, if Michelle Montague could go out here and dominate, put a dominant performance, not even necessarily have to finish, but if she can 30-27 Maida Bueno Silva, beat her convincingly, because Maida Bueno Silva is kind of hard to finish. So I do have to give her that. She is hard to finish, but Michelle Montague is a big bantamweight. She is a her and Melissa Crow both are some big bantamweights. You know what I'm saying? Like those girls are bringing, like even Bia Mosquito, they bringing size to 135. They are bringing size to 135. If you want me to be honest with you, they both could have fought at 145 pounds. All three of them could fight at 145 pounds. So, 1 second, guys. 1 second. 145 pounds. They all three could fight. Maybe not Bia Mosquito, but for sure, Michelle Montague and Melissa Croton could both fight at 145 pounds. Those are some big girls, for real. Um, let's see here. Bia fighting Rendon next. She might run through Rendon. Oh we. Isn't Alice Pereira fighting somebody? She fighting somebody too. She got I seen a fight. She got a fight book too, man. I forgot who it was against, but Alice Pereira got a fight book. I wonder who she fighting next. I wonder who she fighting. That's crazy. But yeah, man. We gonna see. We gonna see what happens. And I'm gonna put it like this: Michelle Montague should beat Maida Bueno Silva. She should. You know what I'm saying? Like if she, because she seems like somebody who I've only seen a handful of her fights. You know what I'm saying? But she seems like somebody who's very composed in there and who's actually trying. Who's actually downloading data. You know what I'm saying? Like she's actually downloading data. She's actually trying to figure out her opponent. She's actually trying to fight to win. Versus Maida Bueno Silva can do weird things in there and have really, really weird fights. So, while Maida Bueno Silva gonna be in there shaking her head no and wagging her finger and doing weird stuff like that in the cage when she needs to be focused on trying to hurt her opponents. You know what I'm saying? Not throwing punches, standing in front of her opponent, taking pictures and stuff like when she start doing things like that, somebody like Michelle Montague, I think Michelle's gonna capitalize on stuff like that. Like somebody doing stuff like that. Like nah, Michelle Montague gonna be out here trying to finish you. I don't even think Montague will give her a chance to even do stuff like that. Like she's gonna be. I feel like she's gonna put her body weight. She's gonna put her weight on her. Maybe see some good clinching stuff going on here with Montague. So judging by her training footage, she's been doing a lot of stuff up against the cage because Maida Bueno Silva does like to put people up against the cage. You know what I'm saying? She has to put people up against the cage, throw those elbows, those. She got nasty elbows and knees. That's one thing about her Muay Thai background. You know what I'm saying? If people forget, Brandon Silva got that Muay Thai background. So those elbows and knees. That's why her punches and her kick, her punches and her leg kicks, are nasty. She's got some nasty leg kicks. And those knees to the body and those elbows stuff. That's why, and those hammer fists. Like Maida Bueno Silva has so many weapons. She has so many weapons that her submission game is out of this world. Her submission game is nasty. Her punches, knees, kicks, all those things are just great. Like they're all top of the list for Maida Bueno Silva. She's got the power. She's got it all. But it's something's going on upstairs with her, man, where she just doesn't fully get into the zone all the time. I want to see somebody in a zone that's in the zone all the time. You don't never see fighters like Alexa Grasso. You don't never see them lose focus like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't never see Aaron Blanchfield lose focus like that. You don't never see, certain fighters lose focus in fights and do stuff like that. Like, taunting and doing stuff like that is weird, man. It's like letting people punch you. Like stuff like that is weird stuff. Like don't do stuff like that. We want to see you fight. We don't want to see you purposely getting hit. I feel like Brandon Silva was letting. She was, man. She was letting Manon hit her. And that was so strange to me, man. Like that whole thing was it was so strange. I didn't even know how to react to it. I was just like, what is she like? What is happening? What am I watching right now? What is going on right now? So that based on her tendencies to do stuff like that in fights, a tendency to have these boring, lazy performances. I'm gonna have to strongly pick Michelle Montague. I'm gonna have to strongly pick her in this fight, man. I'm looking forward to it. Um, and just seeing her, get that second dub in the UFC and see where this takes her, because this is a ranked fight right here. This is a ranked fight. So with that being said, Michelle Montague is not coming in here to play those type of games. Like, she coming in here to win fights, and they didn't gave her a ranked opponent in her second fight, an opponent that's right outside the top 10. Michelle Montague is trying to get that top 10 spot. I know it. She wants to be ranked in the top 10. So, and guys, I would love to get that interview with her. I really would. I want to hear that accent. Um, but yeah. So, y'all just let me know what you think about that in this fight, right? Think about the winner of this fight. Who's gonna win this fight? Let's move on here, guys. I could talk about this shit forever. Then you got Croden versus Zalesnikova. Like, this is like a, I hate to say it. Okay, let's look at Zalesnikova's record. Like, let me see here. Let me see, Daria. So let's look at Daria Zalesnikova's record. The Iron Lady. There's only one Iron Lady. Her name is GDR. That's Jermaine Durandamy is the Iron Lady. There will only ever be one GDR. There will ever only be one Iron Lady. Tapology. Okay. See if I can get her tapology to pull up here so we can see. Let's see. Look at her record. Ain't no way. Okay. Damn, she lost to Melissa Mullins. She beat Liana Joshua. Damn, she beat Joshua. Yeah, she beat Montserrat Rendon, lost to Island Perez, beat Melissa Mullins. Okay, so her UFC, so she got two wins over. She got, oh, excuse me, she beat Melissa Mullins. So she avenged the loss when she fought Melissa Mullins and beat her. So she's what in the UFC? So she's 2-1 in the UFC. So I mean, she's 2-1 in the UFC. Let's look at Michelle Montague. I mean, let's get Melissa Croden's record here. Let's see, Melissa Croden. Tapology. Tanara Lisboa, Catherine. She beat Catherine Liner. She beat Tanara Lisboa. Yeah, that was the UFC fight. Oh, she already lost to Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Oh no, Melissa Croden. No, that's not good. She already got beat by Jacqueline Cavalcanti in LFA. She had a cancel fight with Brittany Cloudy. She beat Cornelia Home. She ain't really had that many fights. Like, she's may have had, 3 or 4 high level fights. So I don't know, man. She 1-1 in the UFC. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Croton better do something in this fight, man. She gonna have to do something in this fight. Like she has to beat Daria Listakova. Like she gotta beat her. Period. That's the only thing I can really think in this fight. Like she gotta beat her, dude, or UFC gonna start scratching their heads as like, whoa, like why did we sign this girl? I think they already scratching their heads with Alice Pereira. Like, absolutely. I bet they wanna what in the hell did we sign to the UFC? Um, oof. And then they got rid of the 145-pound division, and that's where Alice Pereira need to be. Like Alice Pereira, that's where she need to be is at 145 pounds. That girl is massive. Like that is crazy how big Alice Pereira is. Like and they got that girl cutting to 135 and she like 19. Oof. That's wild, man. They got that girl fighting at 135. I mean, but then again, did y'all see Macy Chasson on the scale today, man? That was what was scary. That's what was scary. Let me see if I can find that. I didn't want to put that up on the screen. I did not want to put that up on the screen, but I'm going to if I can find it. She made weight. I was surprised the girl made weight. Well, let me see if I can find the way she tried to tower over Alan Perez. Let me see. No, I can't find it. So it's probably a good thing I can't find it. But yeah, anyways, hoping the best for Melissa Croton. I hope she gets a win here. So we'll see. You never know. But let's get into what's going on tomorrow. Um, lots of oh, I'm looking forward to that one. Let's see. Ernesta Karaskaida is fighting this. Let me see here. Hold on. I don't 100% remember this girl's name because I don't know anything about her. Regina Taryn. Yeah, I I don't know much about her. I have to admit that I don't know much about her. But there is a lot of hype behind her. That's one thing I did notice though. That's one thing I did actually pick up on. You know what I'm saying? Was the hype behind this girl taking this fight on short notice. And who was Kara supposed to fight? She's supposed to fight Sofia Montenegro. Sofia Montenegro pulls out of the fight. Regina Taryn steps in and replaces her. And there is a lot of hype. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of hype about this girl coming into the UFC. So she's a knockout artist from what I can hear. You know, listening to people talk about her and listening to people reference her and stuff like that. You know, she's a knockout artist, but she gonna have to go ahead and beat Ernesta Cascada. Like she gonna have to go ahead and beat Cascada. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because I got Cascada knocking this girl. I got Cascada beating this girl. Maybe not knocking her out, but I got Cascada decisively beating this girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't know much about her. I heard she's a knockout artist. Maybe I mean I let me see if I can see any of her fights, you know. Let me see. I mean, I'm trying to figure out okay, so the UFC She fights on one of those organizations. She fought on one of those organizations that gets played on UFC Fight Pass. So that was an easy signing. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't hard for them to get her to come in. Um, I'm not about to watch the fight though, but yeah, this girl looks like she can grapple. I'm looking at some grappling exchanges. I'm saying look like maybe she can grapple. I'm sorry, but I don't know much about Regina Taryn. You know, like I said, I heard that she's a finisher. I heard that she's a knockout artist, so that's what I'm gonna assume that's what she does. Um, but also, let me see. But also, you know, Ernesta Karaskaita, man, I've grown to like Karaskaita. You know, she comes and she brings it. You know, she brings it every single fight. Um, let me see. So I like to look at their records, guys, while I'm talking about them. So just bear with me, Ernesta Karaskaita. Okay. 6-1-1. Beat Nicole Cagliari. Lost to Deani Barboza. Beat Crispy on the Ultimate Fight. I mean, on the Contender Series. So yeah, well, you know, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with Karaskaita in this fight. I think Karaskaita got some solid wins. You know what I'm saying? She's got a good loss that she could learn from. But you know, she's got some good wins in the UFC. You know, especially that win over Carly Judice, aging. That win is aging beautifully. So you know, shout out to my girl Crispy Carly Judice. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Karaskaita, man. I think Karaskaita to me is just a little bit more polished. I mean, actually, a lot more polished. Well, you know, I can't compare her, so I can't say a little bit more polished. I don't really know what I'm comparing her against, but what I'm gonna say is this: is Ernesta Karaskaita is very polished. Like her striking is very good. It's very precise. You know what I'm saying? And it's very trained and it's very clean. Um, so maybe if Regina Taryn can get a brawl out of Karaskaita, you know what I'm saying? She can get a good brawl out of Karaskaita. Um, maybe she can, you know, force some issues on Karaskaita, maybe clinch her up. I don't know how this girl fights, guys, so it's really hard to assess this fight. But you know, we really gonna have to go. In my mind, I'm really gonna have to go with Karaskaita in this fight. That's a safe pick for me. Um, but anyways, let's see here. What else? There was another one. Definitely ready for that Sumiko Inaba versus Ariane Lipsky. Definitely ready for that. I'm not about to sit here and talk about that, but I am hyped for this fight right here. Lipsky versus Inaba. I am 100% excited for that fight. It's gonna be some hard punches thrown in that fight. Um, okay, yeah. So just wanted to damn talk about those fights. Um, da, 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 da. And next to Kara Skyderman, she's kind of becoming one of like my favorite fighters. Uh, and I'm not a striker. Y'all know I'm not a striker person. I like a grappler. You know, I like a scrappy grappler. But she's kind of growing on me. Like I like Kara Skyder. So I'm hoping she wins here. Yeah, Lipsky and I was someone getting slapped for sure. Somebody dreaming in that fight. I don't know if she could knock Sumiko out like that. But I don't know if Sumiko. Actually, I think if anybody had a better chance of knocking each other out, I think that Ariane has a better chance of knocking Sumiko out because Sumiko, she'll land on you like she has to get you against the cage and stuff. well, not necessarily. She's beat girls at she's knocked girls down at range. You know what I'm saying? But her punches are not really like knockout punches. Her knockouts come more from like knees and stuff like that, like against the cage, like or ground and pound. Like that's how she usually does it. But when she was fighting Denise Killhouse, man, like Sumiko Inaba was putting in that work against Denise Killhouse, man. But speaking of Denise Killhouse, we have to give we have to give Denise her credit. You know what I'm saying? She looked good out there. She looked good out there. Maybe Denise Killhouse can go in there and give Dakota some work. What y'all thinking about Denise Killhouse? How she looked though? Denise Killhouse. Okay. I still don't agree with the fight. I don't agree with the matchmaking on that fight though. I still don't agree with it, but Denise shocked me. Denise Killhouse shocked me. And maybe she might go in there and get Dakota at work, have a whole bunch of people mad, especially people at PFL. They're gonna be mad as hell to see Dakota Ditchable lose. Them motherfuckers be mad. I know they would be mad as hell if Denise Killhouse went in there and beat Dakota Ditchable. You think it's all a stunt? Did Ditchable duck Denise Killhouse? Mm. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, that'll piss a lot of people off, man. So did Dakota Ditchable duck? Did she duck? Did she duck Denise Killhouse? Tell the truth. Did Ditchable duck Denise Killhouse? Funny, funny, funny. But anyways, I just wanted to come on here and talk for a little bit. Uh, talk about these upcoming fights, man, because this is like Big Marcel was just dropping them, and then Combo Breaker was Combo was dropping them in my inbox. I was like, man, I gotta go live and talk about these upcoming fights and give my final thoughts on the fights that's happening tomorrow, man, because whew, we got some fights. We got some good fights tomorrow. So we'll see. Like I said, we'll get to see the Kareskida fight, and then we will see the what's the other fight that's happening tomorrow? Oh, the Island Perez and Macy Chiasson. So that's the one. Did I still not add that photo to this? What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? Mm. What am I doing with myself? There it is. There it is. I want to talk about this right quick, guys, before I get off here. I ain't even get a chance to talk about this. I was getting ready to get off. Lord have mercy. I didn't even get a chance to talk about this fight right here. Oh man. Macy Chiasson versus Alan Perez. Okay. First of all, Alan Perez, Alan Perez, she looked so much healthier than Macy Chiasson today at the weigh. It was crazy. She looked so much healthier than Macy Chiasson at those weigh-ins, and I'm just like, Macy looked disgruntled. She made weight. She made weight. She made weight, but she looked angry. She looked mad. She looked sunken. It's getting worse for her to make this weight, y'all. Like, did y'all see how bad Macy looked from the side? Like, it's getting worse. It's getting worse for her to make this weight, man. And I hate to say that, and I hate to see that, because I was shocked. I was shocked. I was shocked at how Macy Chasson looked when she got on that scale today. I was shocked. I couldn't find a picture. I was shocked. I should have screenshot it from the actual weigh-in video. Let me see if I can grab that, guys. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, let me see if I can grab that so we can see. Uh, Brandon, okay, these are all Brandon. That's Brandon Moreno. Let me look and see if I can find the weigh-ins. Now, damn, what is happening here? Where the hell are the weigh-ins? Oh, there they go. I'm sitting here like, where the hell are the damn weigh-ins? All right, Brandon Moreno, one of the greatest flyweights of all time. All right, let me see if I can find that great a screenshot of Chasson on that damn scale. Man, that was just so shocking. She look like my homeboy Tyler. There we go. I found it. I found it. Let me send it to email so I can get on there and put it right up here on the screen, guys. Just for the ones who didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just shocking, man. That's just so shocking that that Macy Chasson looks like that, man. And then when she turned to the side during the face offs, let me find that too while I'm at it. Let me upload that photo as well because the way she was looking at Alan Perez, man, I was like, yo, what is going on? Like, why she look like that? Like, why Chasson look like that, man? Like, I was worried about her because she looked like she was in pain. Like, her mouth is tense. You know what I'm saying? She looks like she's tense, like she's dehydrated. I mean, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad seeing that Macy looks like this. And nobody's the UFC got rid of the division, and that which means that they're okay with her looking like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just and a lot of these other fighters as well, man. But the men have they have so much more flexibility to move weight classes if something's not working out for them, weight wise, and if they've missed weight or whatever, they can go down a weight class or go up a weight class, and there's a weight class right there for them. But and as bad as that sounds, that's not available for a lot of the women. I don't feel bad for Macy because Macy had that opportunity. Macy actually had the opportunity to go in there and fight at 145 pounds and rule that division the way that she was supposed to, with coming off of that win on the Ultimate Fighter of the featherweight season. Like that was her opportunity right there to be a star. You know what I'm saying? If Macy would have stayed in her division, who knows where Chasson would be? If Macy had consistently fought at 145 pounds, you know what I'm saying, and got that experience in there with Megan Anderson, you know what I'm saying, and got that experience with Felicia Spencer, you know what I'm saying, like the shit like that. You know, like you didn't get that. She didn't fight those fights. She didn't fight those fights. And I think that her not fighting those fights, and even the cyborg fight, like her not fighting those fights were bad for her. That was bad for her. Like she was supposed to fight Megan Anderson. She was supposed to fight uh Felicia Spencer. She was supposed to fight Chris Cyborg. She was supposed to fight Norma. She did fight Norma, but she was supposed to fight Norma way before that. And it's so sad, man. Like it's so sad. It's so sad. And I hate that because there was so much potential for CHIASSON, man. But she just I mean, like she was supposed to beat Yana. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, being that young, hungry thug that she is, man, and she just don't look at her, man. Just look at these photos. I mean, I'm getting ready to pull them up. Look at Macy. Can y'all see this? Look at that, man. Isn't that crazy? Literally look at Macy. Like that don't even like look at her, man. That's crazy. Like let's really like wow. Like who is that? I mean, these weight cuts are gonna get the best. They're gonna get the best of CHIASSON, and I hate to say that, man, but these weight cuts are getting the best of Macy CHIASSON. They getting the best of her. They getting the best of her, and I hate it, man, because I mean, just look at her, man. She just doesn't look healthy. Like she just don't look healthy, man. I don't know. I don't really know, but you know, you call it what you want. You call it what you want. Let's go to this next photo. Look at how she looks against Island, standing in front of Island Perez. Like, look at that. Like, that don't look like Macy CHIASSON. That does not look like Macy CHIASSON to me. Mm. That's the downside of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the downside of women's MMA. You know, you have this happening to see a female fighter going through that. You know what I'm saying? Having to do that to themselves is it's the downside of it. You know, it's the downside of it for me. But hopefully Macy is being watched by doctors. You know, so hopefully that you know the UFC provides them during their weight cut process. You know, hopefully the UFC is providing these females with you know so the nutrition and stuff that they need to rehydrate their bodies and get their bodies back um, healthy, you know what I'm saying, and ready to fight, you know, and ready to be, you know, not even ready to fight, but just ready to be a normal person, like ready to make sure her body is ready to carry out its daily functions. After depleting and cutting as much weight and as hard as Macy has to work her body to get that weight off, man, like she's in purgatory. She doesn't look happy because the road for Macy CHIASSON to actually get on the scale and make weight is a hard road. Like it's a hard road for CHIASSON to make that weight. And everybody's talking about oh Kayla Harrison's weight cut. We got Macy CHIASSON's weight cut as well to be concerned about. You know, and now I'll never forget Leah Letson telling me on right here on No Filter MMA. Leah Letson said it is going to harm her in the long run because it harmed Leah Letson in the short term. You know what I'm saying? The short term aspects of it is where it reared its ugly head with Leah Letson. You know, so it caused her career to be cut short. It caused her career to be cut short. It definitely caused Leah Lesson's career to be cut short. And she was looking forward to. She was telling me behind the scenes that she was looking forward to getting back in there. You know what I'm saying? And she just couldn't do it anymore. You know, she said one round into the Felicia Spencer fight, and she was already her stomach. She was like, my stomach was already hurting. One round into the second round, going into the second round, she was like, my stomach is hurting. But she powered through it, and she ended up taking the L and taking the loss, but she powered through it. Macy Chasson, I don't know how she does it, but she's doing it. But you got some major weight cutting at 135 pounds, and that really should be talked about. You got some big girls that are sacrificing a lot to get the 135 pounds. Not only is it Kayla Harrison, but it's Macy Chasson, it's Yana Santos. It's what's her name? Like Ketlin Vieira in there. You know what I'm saying? Like these girls got to get down to 135. These girls walk around every bit 160 something. These females are walking around 160. These bantamweights are walking around at 160 at least. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that I know for a fact that Macy Chasson, Yana Santos, Kayla Harrison. I'm gonna say those three, and probably Jacqueline Cavalcanti. If you want me to be honest, because Jacqueline Cavalcanti she's kind of big to me. You know what I'm saying? She looks kind of big. Um, they walk around easily 160. Jocelyn Edwards too, easily like 150, 160. Got to, man. Like at least like mid 150, like maybe 155, 156. Like these girls walk around probably that size, and they have to cut a lot of weight. They have to cut a lot of weight. I think Kayla Harrison might be a little bit ahead. Well, I don't know. I don't know where her sitting weight is these days because now she's making this cut. I doubt she was as big as she once was, but man, these girls are cutting some weight, and that's okay. Let them cut weight, but it's gonna harm them in the long run. It's gonna harm them in the long run. But anyways, I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm looking forward to that fight. And Alan Perez, guys. Alan Perez. I went back and watched that Jocelyn Edwards fight. And Alan Perez did a lot of stuff well against a tall, rangy fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like Jocelyn would throw a punch and miss, and Alan Perez would answer with like three, four, five punches, like bop, 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 bop. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching, I was like, yo, Alan Perez knows how to deal with that. She knows how to deal with that. Because I think she's like a former flyweight. Alan Perez is she's a former flyweight. So going up the bantamweight, she don't have to fight girls that are much bigger than her. It looks like she's found a way to not let the size be an issue for her. I wish Juliana Pena would be a little bit more like that. In a way. I wish Juliana Pena would, because Juliana Pena is a former flyweight as well. I think Pena needs to have a clear strategy on how to get past these long punchers. Because Alan Perez did a great job of getting out of the way of Jocelyn Edwards. What I'm saying, when Jocelyn was trying to throw those punches down the pipe, and she found a way to land her own punches, and then she dropped when she landed that spinning back fist and dropped Jocelyn Edwards. Like I'm like, yo, Alan Perez be out here, she be out here banging. You know what I'm saying? She out here banging with these girls. So to me, it's gonna be more like if she applies that same pressure to Macy Chasson, what is Macy Chasson gonna do? You know what I'm saying? How is Macy Chasson gonna react when Alan Perez starts putting that pressure on her? Because she will grab Macy and take her down. Like that's the thing I'm worried about is like Macy getting tired. Because if Macy gets tired and Alan Perez can get her down, that spells bad news for Macy Chasson because Alan Perez. One thing about Alan, she's gonna try to finish her. Okay, yeah. She's gonna try to take. She's gonna take Macy down, and if she does, I feel like she will try to finish Macy Chasson. Like I feel like she'll be going for the finish easily. I'm not saying she'll get it easily, but predicting that she would take her down and go for the finish, I can predict that pretty easily because that's what Alan Perez does, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what she does, and she swings hard punches too. People always say like, "Oh, she wins close fights." Her fights are not all of her fights have been close. You know what I'm saying? Like Alan Perez she has finished some fights and she has convincingly won some of these fights. So let's not make it seem like her win streak is like a bunch of close fights because it's not like that. Like it's really not like that. What I miss? They making W matchups. Well, yeah, it's a lot of new fight matchups, bro. It's a lot of fight announcements going on. I think today we got Jacqueline Cavalcanti versus Maida Bueno Silva today. But that was today, right? I think that was today. And then we got and then we got the Kareskida fight. That's this weekend. Um, what other fight was? Oh, then you got the Croden Maida Bueno Silva fight being announced. I mean the Montague Maida Bueno Silva fight announced. Then you got the Croden versus the Zalesnikova. Oh, Ketlin Vieta versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti is happening. Kindred, that's a banger. That's a banger. We talked about it. And then of course tomorrow you got Eileen Pettis versus Macy Chasson. We be saying Eileen Perez, but it's Eileen Pettis. I got Alan Perez whooping Macy Chasson. If you ask me, that's just how I got it. G Frame, what's popping, man? What's popping? Perez is a flawed fighter who's been pretty good about exploiting other fighters' flaws. I don't like her, but I can't knock her. Yeah, yeah. I guess that's a good one, G Frame. I think she's getting ready to whoop Macy Chasson though. I think she is gonna put pressure on Macy Chasson. I think she's gonna swing big. I think Island's gonna go in and she knows she's gotta swing big. And I think she might catch I think she might catch her. I really think she might catch Chasson. But another thing too that Alan Perez does is she throws that big overhand into the takedown. That her transitions to the we gotta put some respect on Alan Perez's takedowns. Alan Perez's takedowns are so good. She does what that's one thing that certain fighters do. You know what I'm saying? That you got to give them credit for. That's one thing about Casey O'Neill. There's one thing about O'Neill, and there's one thing about Alan Pettis. There's one thing about O'Neill, and there's one thing about Alan Pettis. They gonna throw a big punch before they try to take you down. Like that's one thing about the like you don't see that anymore. You don't see that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to say that, but you really don't see a lot of that like you used to see in women's MMA. Once again, I come from the Misha Tate. I come from the Misha Tate era. That's the Kat Zingano era. Them girls, when it was when they try to take you down, they threw a big punch, big punch. I'll never forget when Misha fought Julie Kedzie, and this was a strike force. And Julie Kedzie was giving Misha Tate all she could handle. Like Julie Kedzie was giving me, she had to head kick Misha, she done dropped Misha. Like she had done hurt Misha Tate. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, yo, Julie Kedzie is really about to knock Misha Tate out. Like I was really thinking that when I was watching, I was like, I can't believe that she's really about to knock Misha Tate out. Like she just head kicked and dropped Misha. You know what I'm saying? Like head kicked Misha Tate and dropped it. It was a clean head kick. And Misha just out of nowhere, Superwoman punch. You know what I'm saying? Just bang, like big punch that just lands and rocks Julie Kedzie. Like Misha, and she threw like Misha threw it with her front hand. Like that's what was crazy. Like Misha just threw this Superwoman punch with her front hand, her left hand, and just boom, you know what I'm saying? And just grabs Julie Kedzie, takes her down, and beats the hell out of Julie Kedzie. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that Misha did. Kat Zingano did the same thing. Kat did the same thing to girls. Like big punch, boom, right into the takedown. That's what I'm used to. Habib did that. Habib Nurmagomedov did that shit. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like not too many people do that, but Island Perez does it. Island Perez does it, and she does it a lot. Like that's how most of her takedown entries start. Most of her takedowns start with that big right punch. Boom! You know what I'm saying? She throws it. And then by the time you are reacting to getting punched, she's already at your waist. And that's what makes you Chiasson. That's the physicality of Alan Perez is really what's going to be a problem for Chiasson in this fight. Because this, even though she made weight, it looked like it was brutal on her. It looked brutal. You know what I'm saying? And Alan Perez, man, she don't slow down. She don't slow down. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how Macy looks tomorrow when she rehydrates. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully she rehydrates good. Hopefully they all rehydrate good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody rehydrates good, but we gonna see. Yeah, combo. Yeah, Caitlin Young. Yep. Yeah. Oh, you talking about Caitlin Young not Misha Tate out? Oh yeah. Oh, combo trying to be funny. Man, that was way back on like the regional scene, dude. That was like way, way, way back. That was way back. Yeah, that was way back, homie. um, yeah, that's the kind of that's the era I come from. So those girls are gonna throw that punch when they try to take it. Ain't with no blind takedown. Ain't no blind takedowns with O'Neal. Ain't no blind takedowns with with Alan Perez. Misha Tate, there was no blind takedowns. When Misha took you down, she meant to take you down. Just like in the Holly Holm fight. There was no wasted takedowns in that fight. Misha made every takedown she got in that fight. She made it work. She made it work. She took full advantage of it. And that's what I see. That's the type of shit I see in Alan Perez. Like when she takes you down, like she takes you down with the intention of stopping the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that's her intention. When she gets you to the ground, her full intention is to stop the fight. Got to give her credit for that. Got to give her credit for that. So I just think she's gonna. I don't think that it's gonna be like maybe it's not gonna be some flashy performance where I think where everything's just gonna be like a viral knockout. I'm not saying it's nothing like that. I'm saying that Alan Perez is gonna go in there and do what Alan Perez does to everybody else. So, and I don't think that Macy Chiasson is gonna offer her based on what I've seen lately from Chiasson. She's not gonna offer anything to. She's not gonna offer much to Alan Perez. And I just think Alan Perez she looks more healthy. Look how look at the face off when Alan Perez turned around and did a little twerk thing. Macy tried to like jump at Alan Perez. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not even like Alan Perez didn't even flinch. Like Macy trying to act all intimidating and stuff at the weigh-ins, but It doesn't like you haven't earned our respect to get a reaction out of that. Like to get the reaction that you wanted out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like she wanted that reaction from people watching, from the audience, from the thousands of millions of people that are paying attention to what she, are watching her do this. You know what I'm saying? She want to convince us that she's tough. We haven't seen anything. We haven't seen anything that would consider you tough, Macy. Like we're not gonna go, oh, Macy. Y'all see Macy Chiasson bow up on Alan Perez? No, 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 hell no. And Alan Perez was just laughing at her, man. It was just crazy. Like Alan Perez was just laughing at Macy Chiasson. Chiasson just over there, all twisted up, like mad. She mad at her coaches. She mad at the weight cut. She mad that she's a UFC fighter. Like Macy just mad and looking crazy like a zombie. It was crazy. DDP is the only fighter I've ever seen land a fluke takedown. What does that mean, G Frank? Oh, because DDP, that's how DDP be taking people down too. I forgot about DDP. DDP throw that big punch too, man. He would throw that big punch and take you down and just dominate you, you know. That's what he did. Yeah, I love seeing DDP throw that punch like that, man. He would throw that big boom and then he trying to take you down. DDP is that dude. Yeah, he lost that belt, but DDP still that dude though. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, y'all. I've been on here an hour and a half. No, an hour and 15 minutes. Sorry. Um, yeah, just want to come on and talk about these matchups and give my final thoughts for tomorrow night. Um, I definitely got Ernesto Kerskida, and then I definitely got Alan Perez. So of course these other and then I got Kerskida and Perez. So of course we're gonna talk about these other fights and stuff that are in the future. Some of them I took off of here, but what I'm saying, we'll get them back. We'll talk about them some more, and the mashup, and then my uh, shorts. So definitely watch those. I got it's a lot to talk about now, especially at bantamweight. So cue the bantamweight talk. Cue the bantamweight talk because there's a lot to talk about at bantamweight now. So I love the fact that this new blood is got us talking about bantamweight. So they doing exactly what they were signed to do. But anyways, I'm about to shut this thing down, guys. It's been a pleasure. Subscribe to No Filter MMA. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like, hit that dislike, and if you guys have not already, hit that subscribe button. And your boy is out.